Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another night of Bible football. Welcome to another night of Bible football. I hope everyone is doing all right. We out here playing some backyard football in our backyard. I remember growing up in Wynn, Arkansas, on 819 G Street. We used to play football in our backyard with our cousins and other friends. Then I remember we used to go over there by a church. Seemed like it was next to, I can't remember who house we were next to, but something over there by a church. We used to play football in a field over there. So I grew up playing backyard football. Start off after school, it'd be light, and then it start getting dark. You know it's time to get on home. So come on out here and play some backyard football with us with our national football. This is our national Bible football. So stop whatever you're doing. Come on out. Let's have a little fun with the Word of God. Good evening to my beautiful wife, our first lady. And good evening, Pastor White, First Lady Gail. Thank you all for the t-shirts. We love them. We love our t-shirts. Thank you for the t-shirts. So come on in. We're going to get started with the Bible football. We ain't gonna hold you long. Come on in with and let's play a little Bible football. The crowd is all ready to get started, so let's start us a little Bible football this evening. And we got the Chicago Bears versus the Dallas Cowboys. And so we're going to start our first quarter here. This is the start of our first quarter. 1st and 10, the start of our first quarter. The Chicago Bears versus the Dallas Cowboys. So here comes our first question. We're going to be dealing with what we've been talking about this week, the book of Jonah. All right, here comes our first question. Says, but I, with shouts of grateful praise, will sacrifice to you what I have vowed. I will make good. I will say, salvation comes from who? A, the Lord. B, myself. C, my neighbor. D, idols. What does salvation come from? All right, y'all come on in. Let's play a little football so we can get this ball moving, get a first down, and keep it moving. All right, here come Cousin Shirley, and our First Lady said the Lord. Good evening, Cousin Shirley. God bless you. Glad to have you with us this evening. Here come Pastor White, First Lady Gail, said the Lord. It is salvation come from the Lord. Well, let's check it out here and see if salvation come from the Lord. I hear you. Pastor White, double back. First Lady Gail, double back, said salvation come from the Lord. Is that true? Salvation, that is true. Salvation come from the Lord. All right. Good evening, Sister Lena Bear. God bless you, Lady Bear. Glad to have you with us this evening. We got the Chicago Bears faces the Dallas Cowboys. So we're going to keep it rolling here with our next question. Trying to keep it moving on down the field. We got a 1st and 10, so now we're 1st and 10 at midfield. And the question says, the book of Jonah is listed under what? The Old Testament. B, the New Testament. C, both Old and New Testament. D, not in the Bible. Where's the book of Jonah? That's what we're talking about this week. Jonah gotta go. So where is Jonah at, y'all? Come on, y'all, talk to me. We 1st and 10 midfield trying to keep it rolling. 1st and 10 midfield trying to keep it rolling. Here come Cousin Shirley say it's the Old Testament. It's the Old Testament. All right. And here come First Lady Neal said the Old Testament. Anybody else want to play some football? Keep this ball rolling. And there go Pastor White and First Lady Gail running down the sideline. Got any blockers for them. Pastor White blocking for his wife. Here comes Sister Glency Cummins. Good evening, Sister Glency Cummins. God bless you, my sister. Way to throw a good block for First Lady Gail as she run down the field. Pastor White throwing in another block with the Old Testament. Here comes First Lady Lena Bell, says the Old Testament. Here come back with Pastor White with the Old Testament. Good evening, Not Kennedy. God bless you, my sister. And here come First Lady Neal again with the Old Testament. Is that a good block? Can we keep it rolling on down the field with the Old Testament? Is that correct or not? That is correct. It is the Old Testament. Ready to keep it rolling. All right. We're 1st and 10 in the red zone now. 1st and 10 in the red zone. So let's keep it rolling. 1st and 10 here in the red zone. Here comes our next question. 1st and 10 in the red zone. Said, what does the word compassion mean? A, angry. B, jealousy. C, desire to help. D, forgetful. What does the word compassion mean? Here we are 1st and 10 in the red zone. Can we keep it rolling here in this first quarter? What do y'all say about that there? And here comes Sister Glency Cummins said, desire to help. First Lady Neal said, desire to help. I mean, y'all coming at it. Sister Glency coming double back with desire to help. Here come Cousin Shirley. She said, desire to help. Pastor White and First Lady Gail with a good block in the red zone. Desire to help. First Lady Bell with a good block. Desire to help. Here come First Lady Gail with a good block. Here come Pastor White. Here comes Sister Not Kennedy with a good block. Trying to keep that ball alive here in the red zone. Cousin Shirley said, desire to help. All right. Here comes Sister Kennedy back again. First Lady Gail come back again. Sister Not Kennedy come back again. Is this correct? With desire to help. Is that correct? That is correct. Desire to help. That's what we got to be willing to do. Way to keep that ball alive here in the red zone. All right. Let's keep it rolling. We're still here in the red zone, trying to get closer and closer to that touchdown. All right, let's keep it alive here in that red zone with our next question. Next question said, according to Jonah 1 and 15, after they threw Jonah into the sea, what happened to the storm? A, it kept going. B, it grew calm. C, it grew stronger. Or D, it demanded more treasure. What happened to the storm? Anybody want to know? All right. We're going to be talking about that tomorrow, Lord willing, in the morning. What happened to that storm? And here comes First Lady Neal saying it grew calm. It became calm. And here comes Sister Glency Cummins, keeping it alive in the red zone. Here comes First Lady Gail, keeping it alive. Here comes First Lady Lena Bell, keeping it alive. Here comes Sister Glency Cummins, keeping it alive in the red zone. Pastor White, keeping it alive in the red zone. Cousin Shirley, keeping it alive. Here comes Pastor White, double back. First Lady Gail moving to around the sideline. Here come a good block from Pastor White. Here comes Sister Not Kennedy with a spinning move for a good block. And here comes Cousin Shirley. Said it drew calm, trying to show they football skills. Here comes Sister Kennedy doubled up, showing she know how to play a little bit of football. She said it grew calm here. We trying to keep it alive. 1st and 10 here in the red zone. Here come Cousin Shirley saying it grew calm. Is that correct that it grew calm? That is correct, y'all. It grew calm. It grew calm. All right. Let's keep it rolling, y'all. Let's see if we can get that touchdown. Let's see if we can get that touchdown. We're 1st and goal in the red zone. We got to score that touchdown. We got to score this touchdown. This is the last question of the first quarter. Let's try to score this touchdown. Fill in the blank. When Jonah's warning reached the king of Nineveh, he rose from his throne, took off his royal robes, covered himself with blank, and sat down in the dust. Covered himself with what? A, gold. B, party clothes. C, sackcloth. D, more raw robes. What did Jonah do when Jonah's warning reached the? What did the king, do when it reached the king of Nineveh? He did what? He covered himself with what? Come on, anybody, what y'all think on this one here? They're trying to get tough on us now. And Cousin Shirley says sackcloth. He covered himself with C, sackcloth. Here come Pastor White and First Lady Gail says C, sackcloth. Trying to get it in for that touchdown. Come on, y'all, let's keep pushing. Here come First Lady Lena Bales trying to get it in. She trying to get it in. Here come Pastor White and First Lady Gail trying to get it in. Here comes Sister Glency coming. Playing a little football. She pushing hard. She double back pushing hard. So here come Cousin Shirley pushing hard. Here comes Sister Kennedy double pushing hard. Come on, y'all. Let's get that ball in that end zone. Here come First Lady Gail. Here come First Lady Neil with a big push. Let's get it in. Close out this first quarter with a touchdown. Let's close out this first quarter with a touchdown. Is that a touchdown? Is it sackcloth? Is that correct? That is correct. It is sackcloth. Touchdown. Way to end the first quarter with a touchdown. All right. We're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back and go into our second quarter here in the National Bible Football. We're going to take a quick break and go into our second quarter. Good evening, Sister Monica Chatwood. God bless you, my sister. Glad to have you with us this evening. We're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to go into our second quarter. Are you ready for some football this evening? Because we want to keep it rolling, y'all. We want to keep it rolling. All right. Let's keep it rolling here. Going into our second quarter. Let's get ready for our questions for our second quarter. Let's keep it rolling here. Here comes our first question of the second quarter. In the National Bible Football, 1st and 10. Let's keep it rolling here. Here's our first question. Says, fill in the blank. And blank commanded the fish, and it vomited Jonah onto dry land. A, Jonah. B, the captain. C, nature. D, the Lord. What commanded that fish to spit up Jonah? Come on, y'all. Y'all read the story. Who knows the book? Come on. We're dealing in the book of Jonah. All right. Who said spit that fish up? Did Jonah say it? Who said it? And here come Pastor White, First Lady Gail said the Lord. Cousin Shirley, she said the Lord. She doubled back with the Lord. Here come First Lady Gail, double back with the Lord. Cousin Shirley, double back with the Lord, trying to make a 1st and 10 here as we start out our second quarter. Here comes First Lady Neil, and then here comes Sister Glency coming, moving around down the sideline, trying to keep that ball alive. Here come a good block from Pastor White. Here comes our Sister Glency coming down the sideline, trying to make a 1st down. Good block from Sister Monica Chapman. Here comes a good block from First Lady Lena Bell. Here's a good block from Sister Monica Chapman. Good block from Nat Kennedy, trying to keep that ball alive. She doubled back with a good block. Good block from Sister Monica. Is it the Lord? Is that correct with the Lord? That is correct. It is the Lord. All right, way to keep it moving, y'all. Way to get a 1st down. Way to get a 1st down. 1st and 10. Let's keep it rolling. First and 10. Let's keep it rolling. Here comes our next question. Next question says, according to Jonah 1 and 3, what did Jonah board in an attempt to flee from the Lord? Did he board A, a chariot, B, airplane, C, boat, or D, horse? What did he get aboard to attempt to flee from God? Here comes First Lady Neil, jumped up right away and said a boat. He got on a boat. Is that correct? Can y'all help her keep it moving forward and get a first down? Trying to keep the ball moving. And here comes Cousin Shirley saying a boat. Trying to keep the ball moving. Here comes Sister Glency coming. She said boat. Here comes First Lady Gay and Pastor White said boat. Sister Glency coming double back, trying to keep it alive as she moved down the sideline. She gets a good block from Cousin Shirley. She gets a good block from Sister Lena Bear. First Lady Bear makes a good block. And then here comes Pastor White with a good block. Here come Brother Anthony. Happy birthday, Deacon Wallace. It's his birthday today. Y'all say happy birthday to Deacon Wallace. The old man has made another year. Thank the Lord. Happy birthday. And he said a boat too. And here comes Sister Kennedy with a good block. Here comes Sister Monica Chatwood with a good block. Deacon Wallace double back with a good block. Sister Kennedy, Sister Monica doubled up. He said, happy birthday, Deacon. Sister Glency coming. The First Lady Bell said, happy birthday. We trying to make that first and 10. Sister Glency coming said, happy birthday. Sister Monica Chatwood said, happy birthday. All right. All right. We trying to make it. Here come Pastor White and First Lady Gail said, happy birthday. And they said that boat. Is that correct with that boat? Can we keep that ball moving? That is correct. It is the boat. It is the boat. Here we are, first and 10 midfield. First and 10 midfield. Way to keep that ball alive. Let's keep it rolling. Here comes our next question. Sister Kennedy said, happy birthday. Our next question, as we first and 10 midfield, said, but I will shout with grateful praise, will sacrifice to you. What I vowed I will make good. I will say salvation come from who? We had this question. So who y'all think it is? Who y'all think it is? We done had this question. Is it the Lord? B, myself. C, my neighbor. D, item. Who is it? We had this one, so I know y'all know this one. Shouldn't take y'all too long as we're midfield on this one. We're here, and here come Pastor White. First Lady Gail said the Lord. First Lady Neil said the Lord. As we try to keep it moving with the Lord. To keep it moving, here comes Sister Glency coming, saying the Lord. First Lady Bear double back with the Lord, trying to keep the ball alive. Here comes Pastor White with the Lord. Sister Glency coming, doubled up, keeping the ball alive with the Lord. Here comes Sister Monica Chatwood, trying to get this first down, keep the ball alive. Here comes Cousin Shirley, said the Lord. Sister Not Kennedy said the Lord. She doubled up. Here comes Deacon Wallace, said the Lord. The birthday boy said the Lord. Here comes Sister Monica Chatwood, said the Lord. Is that correct with the Lord? Can we keep the ball alive, moving forward with the Lord? That is correct. It is the Lord. Cousin Shirley said, happy birthday, Deacon Wallace. It is the Lord. It is the Lord. All right. Way to keep that ball moving. We are first and 10 now in the red zone. So let's move on, trying to get that touchdown. It said the book of Jonah is listed under what? Old Testament, New Testament, both old and new are not in the Bible. We had this one, but that's all right. The second half, they're going to get a little tough on you. First half, always easy, but second half, we get down to the what? Second down. So what y'all say on this one here? Y'all remember what you said? Here come First Lady Neil say it is the old. First Lady Neil said old. Pastor White and First Lady Gail said old. They doubled up and tripled up with old. Here comes Sister Glency coming with old. She doubled and tripled up with old. Here come Cousin Shirley. She said old. Here come Sister Not Kennedy and Pastor White. They said old. Here comes Sister Kennedy double back with old. And First Lady Bell said old. Cousin Shirley said old. Sister Monica said old. Here comes Cousin Shirley coming back with old. Sister Monica double back with old. Trying to keep this ball alive as we trying to make this in this first half on a good note. We're trying to go into halftime on a good note. So is that correct with O? Is it correct with O? That is correct. It is the Old Testament. Way to keep that ball rolling. It is the Old Testament. We are first and goal now. We're first and goal. First and goal. So now we're trying to get in that end zone, y'all. Let's make this touchdown. This is the last question of the first half. Let's make this touchdown. Last question of the first half says, what does the word compassion mean? A, angry. B, jealousy. C, desire to help. Or D, forgetful. Y'all remember what we said about that? What does that word compassion mean? All right. And here comes for Cousin Shirley said desire to help. Sister Glenzie Cummins said desire to help. First Lady Neal said desire to help. Cousin Shirley, Sister Glenzie Cummins, Cousin Shirley double back. First Lady Gail said desire. Cousin Shirley coming back. Pastor White coming back. Trying to get into that end zone. Everybody making that big push. Sister Kennedy pushing. Trying to get in the end zone. Here come First Lady Neal said, get in now. Let's go this touchdown. Here comes First Lady Bell. She making that push. She making that push. And here comes Sister Monica Chapman making that push. First Lady Neal said, get in now. Pastor White said, push, team, push. Push, team, push. Pastor White, First Lady Gail said, push, team, push. Sister Monica, she making her push. Come on, y'all. Let's try to get in that end zone. Here come Pastor White, First Lady Gail with a big push. And did they do it? Did they do it with that last push? That is correct. That is correct. Touchdown. That is correct. Touchdown. Way to end the first half with a touchdown. Way to end the first half with a touchdown. It is halftime. We're going to take a quick break as we go into halftime, and then we'll be back with our second half. Way to push in for that touchdown to end the first half. Let's take a quick commercial break. Right. Time for us to start our second half. Let's get ready to start our second half here. The crowd is all ready and everything for us to start our second half. We're all ready for our second half. So here comes our first question of the second half. First question of the second half says, according to Jonah 3:1, how many times did the word of the Lord need to come to Jonah before he went to Nineveh? 1, 2, 3, or 4? How many times was it? 1, 2, 3, or 4? We're in our third quarter here. How many times? 1st and 10 here in our third quarter. How many times did it come to him? All right. Here come Cousin Shirley said 3. She jumped up with 3 right away as we get ready to try to keep this ball alive and score another touchdown here in the third quarter. First Lady Bell, she said 3. First Lady Lena Bell, she said 3. Trying to keep that ball alive as she moved down the sideline. Here come First Lady Gail, makes a block for First Lady Bell. First Lady Gail makes a block for First Lady Bell, trying to keep it alive. Here comes Cousin Shirley that changed it to 2. Cousin Shirley changed it to 2, but Sister Glenzie Cummins said 3. We got a game, y'all. We got a game. Sister Monica Chapman said 3. Cousin Shirley, she went back to 2. Here comes Sister Monica Chapman with 3. First Lady Gail said 3. And here comes Cousin Shirley stuck with 2. And here comes her cousin. First Lady Neal said 2. Uh-oh, we got a game, y'all. First Lady Neal and Cousin Shirley said 2, but Sister Monica, she said 3. First, here comes Sister Kennedy, said 3. But Sister Glenzie Cummins, she said 2. First Lady Neal said 2. Sister Glenda come and make a push with 2. So Cousin Shirley made that change to 2. And here comes First Lady Neal said 2. But Sister Kennedy is sticking with 3. What we got here? First Lady Neal sticking with 2. Cousin Shirley sticking with 2. We got a lot of folks sticking with 2. First Lady Neal, Cousin Shirley sticking with 2. But Sister Monica Chavez sticking with 3. Sister First Lady Neal said 2. We got a game going on, y'all. Cousin Shirley said 2, and she doubled back. And First Lady Neal. Here come Pastor White. First Lady Gail said 2. Is it 2, y'all? Is it 2? That is correct. It is 2. Way to save the game and keep the ball alive. 1st and 10. 1st and 10. It is 2. Way to save the day and keep the ball alive. Let's keep it rolling, y'all. Here comes our next question. Next question says, according to Jonah 1:17, how many days and nights was Jonah in the belly of the fish? A 3, B 7, C 12, or D 40? How many days was it? Yeah, you would think 3. Right, but it was 2. That's correct. It was 2. Here comes Sister Monica Chavez. She said 40. She said 3. Sister Glenda Cummins said 3. She said 3. Sister Monica Chavez said 40. We got a game going on, y'all. Cousin Shirley said 3. Sister Glenda Cummins said 3. Sister Glenda Cummins said 3. We're talking about in the belly of the fish, in the belly of the whale. Sister Glenda Cummins said 3. First Lady Neal said 3. Oh, here you go. There you go, Sister Monica. She said 3. Sister Monica gets with them with 3. First Lady Neal said 3. Cousin Shirley with 3. As they move down the field, here comes Sister Lena Bear with a good block with 3. Cousin Shirley with 3. Sister Monica with 3. Cousin Shirley double back. Here come First Lady Gay and Pastor White with 3. First Lady Neal. Good evening, Brother Stanley. God bless you and your family. And he said 3. Brother Stanley said 3. First Lady Neal said 3. Pastor White, First Lady Gail said 3. Sister Candace said 3. All right. Yeah, and Cousin Shirley, she putting in the look. She helping us out. She's at the same time as Jesus was in the grave. She showing her knowledge of the Bible. 3 days. She said 3. Yeah. Sister Monica said that was a mistake. Yeah, all right. We believe you, my sister. Here come First Lady Gay and Pastor White said 3, and the deacon said 3. Is this correct with 3? Is that correct? That is correct. It is 3. That is correct. 1st and 10 midfield. Let's keep it rolling with our next question. Here comes our next question. 1st and 10 midfield says, according to Jonah 1:7, how did the sailors determine who was responsible for the storm? What did they do? A, cast lots. B, interviewed each person. C, reviewed the manifest. D, they heard a voice in the wind. How did they determine who was responsible for the storm? Come on, y'all. Show you off your skill here. And here come First Lady Neal said cast lot. They cast lot. Here come Cousin Shirley with cast lot. A, cast lot, she said. Here comes Sister Monica Chapman said cast lot. First Lady Neal said cast lot. All right. Here comes Cousin Shirley. She said cast lot. Here comes Sister Monica Chapman, cast lot. First Lady Bell said cast lot. Sister Monica Chapman said cast lot. She doubled back, trying to keep the ball alive. First 10 here midfield, trying to make it to that red zone. Here comes Sister Glenda Cummins. She said cast lot. Sister Glenda Cummins tripled up. Here comes Deacon Wallace. First Lady Gay, Pastor White, and Deacon Wallace, they all said cast lot. Sister Kennedy said cast lot. Pastor White, First Lady Gail said pass lot. Sister Candace said pass lot. Brother Stanley said pass lot. They said pass lot. Pass lot. You can go on in the house. It's a frog out here. She's scared, y'all. It's a frog. She won't move. It's a frog out here. Cast lot. God made us, gave us dominion over them creatures. Frog ain't nothing. All right. Sister Monica said cast lot. Is that correct? with cast lot. Is that correct? That is correct. They cast lot. Way to keep that ball rolling here, y'all. Way to keep it rolling, y'all. We are 1st and 10 in the red zone. 1st and 10 in the red zone. Here comes our next question. Where did Jonah attempt to flee to in Jonah 1 and 3? Where did he attempt to flee to? Don't say that, cousin Shirley. She'll never come outside again. 1st and 10 in the red zone. A. Where did Jonah attempt to flee to? A. Samaria. B. Tarshish. C. Nineveh. D. Jerusalem. Where did he attempt to flee to? Cousin Shirley said Tarshish. Sister Glenzie coming. She said Tarshish. First Lady Neal said Tarshish. Sister Glenzie coming back down the sideline, trying to keep the ball alive in the red zone. Here comes First Lady again. Pat the White said Tarshish. They tripled up with Tarshish, trying to keep that ball alive with Tarshish. Here come First Lady Bale, said Tarshish. Sister Monica Chapman said Tarshish. Here come Pastor White and First Lady Gale with Tarshish. Sister Monica double back with Tarshish. Did he attempt to flee to Tarshish? We're trying to keep it alive here. Pastor White and First Lady Gale said Tarshish. Here comes Sister Kennedy with Tarshish. All right, here Sister Kennedy said Tarshish. She said sorry. Yeah, not much in concrete. That's right. There's a new development, so they said not too many of them around here. Yeah. Sister Kennedy said Tarshish. First Lady Gay and Pastor White said Tarshish. And First Lady Neal double back. Sister Kennedy with Tarshish. Deacon Water double back with Tarshish. Is this correct with Tarshish, y'all? Can we keep that ball alive here in the red zone? It was Nineveh. He was fleeing to Nineveh, and that is wrong. Y'all got it right. They got it wrong. They wrong on that one. Y'all right. He was fleeing to Tarshish. He didn't want to go to Nineveh. That's correct. So y'all right on that one. He didn't want to go to Nineveh. He was fleeing to Tarshish. Mm-hmm. All right. So let's keep it rolling. We know the Bible. We ain't going to depend on somebody else. We know the Bible too. All right, let's keep it rolling here in the red zone with our next question here. We got to score a touchdown. We 1st and goal now. We got to score this touchdown here at the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's go out on a good note. According to Jonah 1 and 2, what city did God want Jonah to go preach against? Now, here we go. A, Sodom. B, Jerusalem. C, Bethlehem. D, Nineveh. What city did he want him to go preach against? All right. What city? Come on, y'all. Y'all know y'all Bible. We got to make this touchdown to close out this 4th quarter. And here come First Lady Neal said Nineveh. First Lady Neal said Nineveh. Sister Glenzie Common, she said Nineveh. She double back with Nineveh. Here come Cousin Shirley with Nineveh. Deacon Wallace said Nineveh. Here come First Lady Bell said Nineveh. I know Sister Ann Wallace helping out Deacon Wallace. I know she helping you, brother. You just taking the credit. I know you helping it, man. Here come First Lady Neal said Nineveh. Here come Pastor White and First Lady Gale said Nineveh. Cause First Lady Gale helping out Pastor White. So ain't nothing wrong with your wife helping you. Here comes Sister Monica Chapman. She said Nineveh. She double back and triple back with Nineveh. He said, yes, she is. See, I knew it. She helping him. I know. Ain't nothing wrong with your wife having him. That's what she's supposed to do. They supposed to be our helpmate. All right, here comes Sister Monica Chapman. She said Nineveh. Deacon Wallace and Sister Ann Wallace said Nineveh. Sister Lot Kennedy said Nineveh. You said they gonna say Tarshish on this one. Sister Kennedy said Nineveh. Yes, sir. You know that they are helpmate. Yes, sir. You said they gonna say Nineveh. But Sister Kennedy, she's sticking with Nineveh. Can we score this touchdown with Nineveh? Is this a touchdown with Nineveh, y'all? Is that correct? Touchdown. That is correct. It is Nineveh. Raiders close out the third quarter with a touchdown. It's getting dark out here. We're going to take a quick break and go into our fourth quarter. We're going to take a quick break here and go into our fourth quarter so we can close this out and get Miss Nia in the house. That frog got her chained in. She won't go past that frog. She won't go past that frog, y'all. We got her chained in right here. All right, let's get this thing started with this fourth quarter. Crowd is all ready and everything. Let's get this fourth quarter started here. Let's get this fourth quarter started so we can close out this game on a good note. Way to close out that third quarter with a touchdown. So here we go, 1st and 10 in our first quarter. Here's our first question. First question said, according to Jonah 4:1, how did Jonah feel when the Lord had compassion on Nineveh? He was A, joyous, B, angry, C, relieved, or D, saddened when God had compassion on Nineveh. Do y'all remember the story? Come on, y'all. Let's finish out this fourth quarter. We're going to move pretty quick. We're close to the end of the game. They playing tough. The referees are letting them play. So come on, y'all. What happened? Was Jonah glad, joyous, angry, relieved, or saddened? All right, what happened? Here come Pastor White, First Lady Gail say he was joyous. But here come Cousin Shirley said no, he was angry. We got a game going on here. She doubled back with angry. Anybody else? First Lady Bell says she was joyous when God had compassion on Nineveh. And Sister Monica says she was joyous, but First Lady Nia said angry. No compassion. That's right. I don't know, y'all. First Lady Nia said angry. Sister Glency Commons, she said he was angry. She's sticking with angry. No compassion. There's mosquitoes out here, y'all. Sister Monica Chavez. And Sister Monica and Sister Glency Commons, Sister Monica sticking with joyous. But Sister Glency Commons, she said angry. First Lady Neal said angry. Cousin Shirley said angry. Deacon Wallace said angry. Here come First Lady Gay and Pastor White with angry, y'all. They said angry. Cousin Shirley sticking with angry. And here comes Sister Kennedy with angry. Is that correct? Was he angry? That is correct, y'all. He was angry. All right, 1st and 10. Let's keep it rolling. Here comes our next question. Next question says, what did God do for Jonah in Jonah 4 and 6? A, destroyed Nineveh. B, grew a leaf plant as shade. C, gave Jonah water. D, dimmed the sun. What did he do for Jonah in Jonah chapter 4, verse 6? Come on, y'all. We got to get it moving here. The clock is ticking. And we get down to them last 2 minutes. And what do y'all say? First Lady Neal says he provided him some shade. B, shade. Anybody else see anything different here? Anybody see anything different here? As we getting down to the wire, getting closer, 2 minutes, getting ready, closing out here. And Cousin Shirley says shade. First Lady Gail and Pastor White says shade. First Lady Neal double back with shade. Pastor White and First Lady Gail triple back with shade. Cousin Shirley says shade from a leafy plant. Sister Glency Common tripled up with shade. Here come First Lady Bell with shade. Sister Glency Common with shade. Sister Not Kennedy with shade. Anybody else going with shade? Here come Cousin Shirley and Pastor White and First Lady Gail double back with shade. Cousin Shirley and the deacon says shade. Sister Kennedy says shade as the deacon, and Ann Wallace says shade. Is that correct? Is Ann right on this one here with a shade? Is Ann right? She is right. That is correct. It is a shade. Sister Monica coming in there, helping out, keeping that ball alive. Keep ready to keep the ball alive for 10 midfield. Let's keep it rolling with our next question. We're down to the 2-minute warning. According to Jonah 3:1, how many times did the word of the Lord need to come to Jonah before he went to Nineveh? 1, 2, 3, or 4. How many times did the word of the Lord need to come to Jonah before he went to Nineveh? 1, 2, 3, or 4. Let's keep it alive. We're down to the 2-minute warning, so we got to move quick. We run that 2-minute drill, y'all, that y'all worked out during the summer workout. Here come First Lady Neal said 2 times he had to come to Jonah with the word to go to Nineveh. Y'all just had it, so come on, y'all. We can get this one. Here come First Lady Neal. Cousin Shirley said 2. Cousin Shirley and First Lady Neal doubling back with 2. First Lady Bale said 2. Here comes Cousin Shirley and First Lady Gay and Pastor White said 2. Sister Glency Cummings said 2. Here come, what is it? That frog moved. The frog moved, she moved too. Here comes Sister Glency Cummings. Here comes First Lady Gay and Pastor White said 2. Here comes Sister Glency Cummings 2. Pastor White, First Lady Gale said 2. Sister Ann and Deacon Wallace said 2. Here come Cousin Shirley and Sister Monica with 2. First Lady Gay and Pastor White and Sister Monica and Sister Kennedy says 2. Sister Monica back 2 with Sister Kennedy with 2. Is that correct with 2? Can we keep that ball alive with 2? That is correct. That is correct. Let's keep this ball moving on down the field, y'all. As we are 1st and 10 here in the red zone. 1st and 10 in the red zone. Let's keep it moving here. 1st and 10 in the red zone. It's according to Jonah 1 and 17. How many days and nights was Jonah in the belly of the fish? 3, 7, 12, or 40? How many days and nights? A, 3, B, 7, C, 12, or D, 40? We just had that one. Come on, y'all. Y'all can get it. We're down less than a minute. We're down to less than a minute. So I know y'all can get it. And y'all know y'all can get it. How many days? And man, here they come with 3. First Lady Neal said 3. She doubled back. Cousin Shirley said 3. Sister Glency coming double back with 3. Here come First Lady Gay and Pastor White. Sister Glency coming back. First Lady Gay and Pastor White double back. Here come Sister Monica Chadwick. Here come Ann and Deacon Wallace. Here come First Lady Bale. Here comes Sister Kennedy. Here comes Sister Monica Chadwick. She said 2 frogs over there, so she double afraid, y'all. So let's hurry up and get over again. Let me lead the way, because she ain't going to move while them frogs is there, making them frogs think they strong. Sister Kennedy said 2, 3. All right, Pastor Wayne First Lady Gale said 3. Is that correct with 3? That is correct. That is correct with 3. All right, y'all, we're 1st and goal. It is time for us to score this touchdown. With our last question. Here comes our last question. Let's go this touchdown and end our game. According to Jonah 1 and 7, how did the sailors determine who was responsible for the storm? A, cast lot. B, the individual person. C, they reviewed the manifest. Or D, they heard a voice in the wind. All right. Come on, y'all. Y'all remember this question. And here comes First Lady Neal said cast lot. First Lady Gail and Pastor White and them said cast lots, and here come Cousin Shirley said cast lot. They all said, Sister Lena Bale said cast lot. First Lady Bale, Sister Glency coming, doubling up. Here come Cousin Shirley, First Lady Gail, Pastor White, Sister Glency coming. Here comes Sister Monica Chapman and Sister Ann, Sister Knott Kennedy, Sister Monica and Sister Knott doubling back, trying to make that push into the end zone. Here come Pastor White and First Lady Gail with a big push. Anybody else gonna try to help us make this touchdown here? Is the last play of the game. There's no more time on the clock. This is the last play of the game. Anybody else gonna help us with this push? Is this a touchdown? Is it a touchdown? Can we score this last one with a touchdown? That is correct. That is correct. Touchdown. They cast lot. Thank you to you all. Let me get her out of this dark into this house. Frogs and bugs is out here. So we like to thank you to you all for coming out and being a part of our Bible football. Y'all have a blessed remaining of your night. Thank you. Great game. God bless you all. Remember to trust the process and keep God first. Great game. Thank you to you all. God bless you. Good game. Yes. Great Bible study. All right. We out of here.